Counsel, Greg Sears.
Hi, Greg. It's Tracy from sunny San Diego.
Hi, Tracy from sunny San Diego. I'm so glad you called. I was taking my afternoon nap, but it's almost time for Charles to get back from the GC's office. So thanks for the wake-up call.
Greg, you know I always have your back. No worries. With the 3-hour time difference, I can set my phone alarm and call every day.
Tracy, I know I can always count on you. Speaking of that, I wanted to check up with you on a couple items. Glad you called. So, can you let me know where your office is on LCTM compliance, inputs for the GC monthly, OGC breakout session, input for the war, data call on how many and which awards your people have had for the last 15 years, a package for your field office award, reporting on how many people you sent the client survey to, the annual CPL, EV, and AQ awards, and their nominations, pending contractor claims above $30 million, and the status of the U.S. Djibouti Access Agreement negotiations. Got any info for me on that?
Greg, the staff at Southwest is on fire. We have all of those items and more ready to go. Except for the last one. Don't forget, I don't work at your AFSWA anymore.
Well, Susan, I apologize. These are really urgent. And I would have gotten to them soon, but the good news is they're easy. On that, your AFSWA thing, I know that you don't work there anymore, but PJ's on leave, so I know you're still in contact with President Goulet and thought you could help. Oh well, I'll figure it out. In any case, I have a question that's a little bit off topic. Do you have a minute?
Sure, Greg. There's not a lot going on over here at Southwest. I always have lots of extra time. What's up?
So I was watching the History Channel last night, and there was a show about how the Italians made their mozzarella famous. They allege that it has water buffalo milk in it. Is that true? I have never heard anything associated with Italy that involves water buffaloes. It strikes me as a propaganda move to get us to buy that Italian mozzarella at Costco over here. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Greg, I'm sorry to report to you that it is true. There are water buffalo in Italy, and they do make mozzarella from them. The bad news is that the water buffalo allegedly graze on toxic landfills. Did that make it into the History Channel report?
As a matter of fact, it didn't, and that's exactly why I'm calling you, Tracy. Ha! I'm glad I got the straight scoop. I'm definitely marking off the Italian mozzarella from my must-have culinary list if I get to Italy before I retire.
Speaking of before you retire, I wanted to check on some of our personnel actions. We sent everything you need, I believe. I know it's only been 8 weeks, but just checking since I have you on the phone.
Tracy, regretfully, I have to give you a mea culpa on that. Oh, here they are underneath the GC report inputs from a couple months ago. Get those to Charles straight away, and I know he'll be right on it.
Thanks, Greg. We're getting ready to negotiate the Broadway lease amendment, so we could really use that extra real estate person. Oh, and that reminds me. Someone told me we had an attorney at West Div in the 90s that worked on environmental issues associated with the closing of the Naval Hospital in Oakland. We've had some inquiries at the BRAC office at Treasure Island. Do you know who that attorney was?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do, Tracy. It was James C. Ewing. Let's see, he worked for OGC from 1982 to about 1999. I think he was born on the 9th of December in 1955. Moved from New York to San Francisco just for these projects. You know, I think I still have his PD. Oh, you know what? Here it is, right here on my desk. I'll send it over to you.
Wow, Greg, that's fantastic. What are we going to do when you retire and take all that corporate knowledge with you? When you do retire, are you going to join the alumni group and come and have drinks with us at the symposium social? Maybe you could even attend the symposium and give some presentations.
Well, Tracy, you know how much I love the OGC Symposium. It's actually one of my favorite events of the entire year. It's going to be even better next year because NAFAC's going to be co-sponsoring it. I wonder if we could talk to the GC about broadening some of the breakout sessions into fashion. You know, you've taught me a lot about that over the years, and perhaps you could enlighten us on the current fashion trends that could assist us in delivering quality and timely legal services to our Navy client. What do you think about that?
Great idea, Greg. Remember that time Susan Holbert and Jan Takamimi went shopping at the outlet malls during one of our symposia? When I complimented them on their newly acquired kitten heels, you told me you had to look up the meaning of kitten heels on Wikipedia. I hate to think about all the other search results you encountered when you plugged in the term kitten heels.
That was a little bit dicey, Tracy. Well, this would be a great educational offering, and I would definitely show up. If anybody could convince the GC to broaden our scope to fashion, I know it's you. But why stop at the fashion breakout session? Could we include maybe something else that I'm really interested in? Music. We could include a session on one of my favorite legendary tracks, Hotel California by the Eagles. As I recall, a few months ago, lawyers at Southwest tried to engage me and Charles into a discussion on what the lyrics really meant, and we all got stuck on, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. I wonder if that's referring to drugs, the music industry, or California. I hope it's not referring to my retirement, though. After 42 years, I've already checked out, and I definitely intend to leave.
Greg, I didn't realize music was one of your passions. I had you pegged for a literary type, and the reader of large biographies and historical tomes. I know you even dispense your knowledge beyond the circle of OGC attorneys to their children. A child of a Southwest attorney told me that he really appreciated your review of his 7th grade PowerPoint presentation on Charles V of Spain. He says without you, he couldn't have gotten an A.
Tracy, I learned much more from that young man than he ever got back from me by way of my comments. His efforts reminded me of the good work of all the attorneys that I've come across in my career in NAFAC and OGC. They're excellent and genuinely nice people. I'm going to really miss them a lot.
Greg, you will be missed more by all the OGC attorneys who enjoy your intelligence, humor, kindness, and wit. You have the ability to make all attorneys feel valued as you provide guidance and suggestions for improvement. Your attention to all aspects of attorneys' lives is much appreciated and sets you apart from other attorneys. You've been a great mentor and friend to so many. We will miss you for sure.
Well, thank you for that, Tracy. I don't know if I'm worthy of all of your kind comments, but I'll humbly take them. Well, I guess all that's left to say is, how do you say that again?
Arrivederci.
That's right. Arrivederci, Greg.
Arrivederci, Greg.